Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, Divine Sunshiners. I just want to come to you and just tell you about some changes that Spirit has came to me about it on my channel. Understanding that some of you I might have already seen, even with the Divineunisouls11, I have that said Transformational Union Specialist as well. And that's one thing that's really leading on to me guiding you and making sure that you are prepared and getting ready for union with self and with your counterpart. But I would say in some ways, it's going to be really divinely guided. I know right now for me, in my journey, I'm doing less of looking at a lot of what's going on, like the DM to DF and all that stuff. And I'm stop oversensitizing myself to those kind of videos or those opportunities for me to know, because Spirit right now is really directing us, if we truly are formed into union, that we need to concentrate on ourselves and what we're bringing to the table. I see some people understand, and I understand that that's where you are, that you like the things that do the drama and the kind of telling about what's going on with the DM and the karmic, and I know, and I do it well, and I do. However, I'm like a person saying, I'm going towards more so of the end of you concentrating on yourself, because I did make the promise, and my objective for my channel is giving you the keys to union. There was once upon a time I showed you the dynamics between the divine masculine and divine feminines, because I wanted you to understand how the dynamics goes, and so you don't feel on this journey as if you are by yourself. Because again, this journey is very isolated. You don't have a lot of people outside to talk to. The more divine you become, sometimes the more friends you lose. Some of them are not going to continue on a journey, and you'll be surprised who you started with the journey and you end up with, and say, oh my God, not in a million years. I thought we would be rocking it to the end, and now I see. You have to be open and receptive to that, because again, as you gain altitude, some people will either keep on flying with you, or they might be saying, it's a little bit too much for me, I gotta let go. And I see that even as a person who's on the channel. Again, so we're moving more, and I said, you know what, instead of me acting from a place of ego and say, my channel is the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to announce and let you know about the differences. Then I think about Water Tarot, Baby Tarot, she told people, and she was like, we're going to have some changes. There are going to be more of my 22 cents. There will continue to be playground experience. There will continue to be trigger warning and signal, survival guides, why I call them signals, on there as well. There will continue to be interviews with people to help you to know about being a DM and in union, those things. And then when Spirit guides me to as well, and I'm not saying I'm isolating that, but I will do some of the seeing what's happened with the divine masculine to divine feminine, those things. But right now, what's being guided to me is more so of you being able to see and what keys that are really actually needed, like principles in getting yourself ready for union, for concentrating and being happy with yourself. Because I see, even on my channel, when we talked about addictions, that some of you all are in some ways addicted to the drama of what's happening with the twin flames. Okay, so this got to invoke the violet flame of transmutation, to transmute and clear anything, so you can be able to hear the truth. What I'm saying, what's happening with the DM, what's happening with what's happening with the karmic, what's those things. Is really getting wrapped up into all of that. Is that actually helping you? Now, I would do that just like a forecast to know, should you wear an umbrella? Should you leave the umbrella at home? Yes, of course, you would like to know what's the finger of the pulse, but it should not be something that you're looking at daily. Energies change. It might have been there, might have been whatever. But how does that help you to progress and get better within yourself? And that's where I am. I think about David's soul mission. He was saying you're a person who is results orientated. You results minded. That's what's your focus. That's your objective. And that's what you run off. You want results from people. And that is true. I don't want to be up here teaching and telling you all and channeling these messages if all you're doing is getting wrapped up into the divine feminine to divine masculine stuff, or vice versa. Those things. Because I don't think that you are really benefiting of making you into a whole or a truly divine person if I keep on wrapping you up into that stuff. So I can understand that some of you all say I want to kind of get off at the next stop. That's not really where I'm at. That's fine. I will hope that if those people who are on my channel are spiritually mature and want spiritual growth, to go on and say it's not about the other person. I know Spirit has also told me some of them, again, what's going on them is that some people are just tired of the journey. That's why I say I don't want to continue to feed into that ever going merry-go-round of he's still on the fence. The karmic is doing this. The divine feminine is doing this. I don't see within myself, how is that helping you to elevate, to ascend, to go to the next level? So like I said, there are going to be some changes on this channel as well. I pray and hope that you all still continue on about what Spirit leads me to go on. But right now, I'm practicing before. Some things that I was on was people pleasing. And right now, I am practicing and pushing myself out there to say I've got to be authentic and true. I'm not about all that drama stuff. I never had been. I can remember when I was in Sunday school, high school, and I remember my Sunday school teacher said, oh, well, Bertina's not into that. She's a person that say, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. And that's true. Because, again, that helps you to stay clear on purpose and intent. That's something I would like to also pass on to you. It's good to know because you always want to know what's going on in your surroundings, but you don't need to sit up there and get every nitty gritty detail every day about that. I don't see how that helps you to propel you to get out of that mindset when you continuously are feeding into that and seeing that. I've done it. I confess to that I have done it as well. However, I know at the end of the day, that stimuli that I keep on feeding in and looking for does not help me to think. Sometimes it either makes me spiral worse or it triggers me more. And I'm just going to be honest with you because that's how I am. So my thing is, if I want to really stay true to this thing and this cause that I want, which is creating a divine and better me, I got to eliminate all those distractions and those things. And I got to continue on to look at things that help me to get a better understanding of what this journey is. And this is what I am now focusing in on this channel. So again, like I said, you'll get it every now and then. I know that because sometimes I'm nosy and I want to know. I know it and that's it and I'm off and then I'm back to, okay, now what can I do? I got that information. Now what does that cause me to do as far as me is getting myself ready and prepared? I see what's happening between the divine masculine and the karmic. Okay, now what does it mean? I see what's going on with the divine masculine. Now what does that help me do to get prepared? I see what the divine feminine and the karmic is doing. How does that get me prepared? If that's all I'm watching all day, 24/7, how is that helping me? That's why I said this is the realest channel. The other one is my unicorn channel, was by love and rainbows and farting sprinkles. That's that one about the love and that stuff. This one is the realest one. So I understand lots of people say my delivery is a little short or whatever like that. But like I said, I'm about results. I'm not about this holding your hand stuff and saying okay and lying to you, because everybody know that when they come seek counsel from me, I'm gonna listen to you, I'm gonna say it nicely or whatever it is, but it's still cutting to the chase and giving you the real. Okay, that's why I say this is the realest channel. So again, I bless you all. I let you all know exactly what's going to be happening on this channel, the changes that's going on here. Again, I'm going back to full-time to work. So again, when I'm led on here, I will give the videos when doing. I'm trying to tell myself I need to come at least a set day that I come. Of course, you know, you get the playground Wednesday, and they usually come out Thursday. So it's Thursday and really almost Saturday. It take too long. It's Thursdays and Fridays. If you don't catch the live, then you get Saturdays. So I'm trying to make myself to commit to maybe Tuesdays. I will always try to give you all something on Tuesdays and set that time so I can be able to do that for both of the channels, at least on that. But I thought that, again, out of respect and really saying investment into you all, there's plenty of those other channels that's out there. If you are interested in knowing about those things, very much so, you can go and visit them as well. On those things that you can see. You got to look down at the bottom at my recommendation list of videos of people that I even look at to help me to get the finger on the pulse what's happening with the DM to the DF as well. So so do look at that. But like I said, I'm going to continue to do and bringing you quality work that I believe that you need in order for you to get results into union. And that's why I say now my title is the Transformational Union Specialist, to get you in union with yourself and then union with your person. That giving you the keys. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you. Till next time.